The boy never liked eating ice cream, but his parents forced him to eat it every day. If he didn't eat it, he would be beaten. Because of this, the boy had no choice but to run away from home. It turned out that this kind of ice cream had become a spirit, and after eating it, people would have their thoughts controlled, eventually becoming emotionless puppets. In order to prevent tragedy from happening, Nick put on the clothes of the staff and quietly slipped into the mine where the ice cream raw materials were, and even installed a time bomb here, planning to blow up all these ice creams that had become spirits. However, at this moment, the workers also opened the valve switch and began to pump the ice cream raw materials into the iron tank truck. Seeing a large amount of ice cream being transported in, Jack, who was in the iron tank truck, was scared to death. He quickly shouted for help. Fortunately, Nick, who was passing by, heard the sound and grabbed the big truck. Then, after the car drove out of the mine, he pressed the bomb switch in his hand, bearing all these ice creams. When they reached a place where there was no one, he rescued Jack, who was trapped in the iron tank truck. Although the raw materials had been destroyed by them, this method only treated the symptoms and not the root cause, because the ice cream factory should still have stored raw materials. So the next day, Nick drove to find his former comrade in arms, told him about the dangers of ice cream, hoping that his old comrade could help him. Since the old comrade's identity was the army commander, the next day he led the army and quickly rushed into the factory. Unexpectedly, when they rushed in, they found that the workers had all fallen to the ground. Obviously, the workers had already been sucked dry by the ice cream that had become spirits. Realizing that something was wrong, Annie took Jack and left first. Who knew that as soon as they reached the door, they encountered a group of ice creams that had become spirits. Seeing the ice cream frantically attacking them, the two had no choice but to open the back door of the workshop and finally escaped the disaster. At the same time, the ice cream that had become spirits also began to hit the wall, and then several cans of ice cream rushed out. Left with no choice, the old comrade quickly ordered the start of the blasting, completely destroying the ice cream factory. In order to prevent people from eating that kind of ice cream again, Nick quickly rushed to the TV station and made the truth about the ice cream public. Only then did people finally wake up and threw away all the ice cream in their homes on the street, completely destroying the ice cream. And at the end of the story, the greedy boss who made the ice cream was finally arrested. What awaits him will be a life in prison. At this point, the film ends. After seeing this, do you still dare to eat ice cream?